This video totally took me down memory lane, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is bringing up some feels and some thoughts and some nostalgia. Very excited for this video today. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. So very excited that you're here. It is super cloudy today, but I'm excited for this video nonetheless. It is Top 5 Wednesday and we're gonna be gushing about all of the manga. Very, very hyped for it. And I'd like to do a huge shout out to my channel membership and Patreon members because today's prompt was actually randomly chosen by them. Very, very excited. Have been thinking about this prompt for a good hot minute and I hope that I do it justice today. But in case if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, in a nutshell, basically each week I answer a prompt using 5 books, but in this case I do manga to reflect the said prompt. And today's prompt is I loved you before I knew you. With like all the anime, the live actions, and just all of these spin-offs, it's easy to be introduced to characters that maybe we have never read the manga, or maybe we've never seen the anime, but we've seen like so much promotion of them and we're like, you know what, we just love this character. We've only maybe seen somebody else who has watched it or somebody who just also loves this character, and that is sort of how we come to love this character. Or maybe we haven't exactly loved this character, but we're pretty sure that it's because of them that we're going to start the manga and fall in love with this series. So all of my picks today are centering around a character that I feel like I absolutely love, and I haven't even read the manga. I think most of my picks I tried to do where either I had not read them yet, I had not seen anything from the anime, but there was like a lot of hype online for the anime or for the manga, and I think one of them was like, I have seen very brief clips from the anime due to my husband watching it, and I was like, this character is like my favorite. Absolutely love them. So hopefully, like I said, I do this prompt justice. I had a lot of fun with this. It was just really enjoyable to, and different as well, to think about characters that I'm like, okay, I don't really have the manga on my shelf, but I'm like, I love them, or it is because of them that I'm actually picking up the manga. My picks today are in no certain order, and for number 1, this was part of my going down memory lane, and that is Yona of the Dawn. I'm going to say Yona and Hawk specifically because I found a video on my channel. I don't remember how old it is, but I talked about my favorite couples, and I actually featured Yona and Hawk, but I had not even read the manga. I think I talked about in that video that I actually made a Pinterest board of them. I knew nothing about them. I knew that they were like the ultimate ship according to like a lot of shoujo fans and shoujo readers, and I guess shoujo anime watchers, but that was all I knew about them. I thought they looked cool. I thought like, yes, like whenever I start Yona of the Dawn, they're going to be my favorites, though funny enough, they weren't actually my favorites in the manga. I mean, I love them both, but Sinha and Gija, though they're my 2 favorite characters, but wanted to start Yona because of Yona and Hawk. And I just think that is the coolest thing, because when I was like preparing for this video, I was so afraid that I was only gonna have shonen stuff, which isn't a bad thing or anything like that, but I definitely realized that often if I'm falling head over heels for a character, typically it's going to be a shonen character because my husband is watching more shonen anime, and so I mean he'll watch shoujo anime, but like typically we watch shonen anime, so I feel like that is where I naturally deviate when it comes to characters I love, but I don't know anything about them. But Yona and Hawk were definitely an exception, and so I was really excited to feature them, and I was like, yes, like they were some of my favorites before I even read the manga, and ultimately is what got Yona on my radar in the very beginning before everybody's like, you need to read Yona, you need to read Yona, you need to read Yona, like just so much reading Yona, and I did finally read Yona. I have a review on this channel, but I'm very excited to feature them, and I was struggling to decide what cover to feature of them because just a lot of the covers where they're on it together is so incredible, and the latest volumes, like when it comes to them both being on the cover, are definitely a little bit more romantic, or maybe it's just knowing that there's more romance compared to the beginning because it's not very a romantic series in the beginning. There's a lot of hardship that's happening for Yona, and I feel like I'm thankful for the community like warning me in advance that the romance is very slow burn, because past me was like, I'm just here for the romance, and Yona of the Dawn is not just a romance. Very good, highly recommend. Very excited that Yona and Hawk, that they got me on, I was just saying they got me on the ship, but they are the ship, but got this series on my radar. For number 2, I knew this was the first character I thought of when I thought of this prompt, and that is Shinra from Fire Force. So let me just say, there is some history with this volume specifically. So I don't know what happened, but my husband started watching the anime as soon as I saw this precious little bead and I saw his teeth, because I have a soft spot for any character that has the little spiky teeth. I don't know what it is. Just give me their little dagger teeth and I absolutely love it. Let me show a bigger picture. I just had a picture. Here it is. Let me show a bigger picture of him. But look at his teeth. They're so cute. I love them. I don't know what it is. I just think that I have a soft spot. So I saw Shinra within maybe like the first few minutes of the anime and I'm like, he's my favorite character. I'm like, I love him. He could do no wrong. I don't need to know anything else about him. I love him. And my husband watched however many episodes of the anime, and then a few days later, we went to the bookstore. I went to 3 different stores trying to find this volume because I probably will never read Fire Force. I probably will never collect Fire Force, but I will collect this cover alone for the precious Shinra because he's just amazing. He's just so sweet, and I don't really know much about his character. I know that he's very strong and that there's things that happen with his family and looking, I think, for like his brother, and I'm like, this guy, he fits for loving characters, even though I know nothing about him and he's already a favorite, and I'm like, he fits it and he's perfect. He could do no wrong. And so I was like, I really have to feature him. And I hope I said his name right because I forgot to check. I feel bad because I don't know what else to say, but he is a character I really, really love. Like I said, I probably will never collect the manga or anything, but just knowing that he is in this and that he is just a sweet little bean, that's enough for me. That's enough for me, especially like when he smiles and people are thinking like that he's angry. And he's not. It's just how he smiles. Like, I don't know if this is one of the examples, but he's not like this angry guy. He just has this expression. And I'm like, I love you even more because of this. Like, he's too precious, guys. He's just too precious. So I will stop there because I don't want to like fall into the trap of repeating myself since I don't have a lot to say. But I love his character, even though I've never sat down and actually watched all of Fire Force or read the manga. For number 3, like this one also fits really well, and that is Ace from One Piece. I saw like one single clip of him and I'm like, that's it. I love him. He is in my best boys, and that has literally been just what has happened. When it comes to like collecting One Piece items, I feel like Ace is always like, yes, we need Ace. He is the best. He is amazing, and I love a lot of characters from One Piece, don't get me wrong, but Ace is special. He's one of my best boys, and I just really, really love him. I think I did a video that was a top 5 Wednesday video of like, I forgot what it's called, but I will link it here, but it was a special video where I was able to gush about him, and it's just been true for my One Piece journey that Ace, he's another character that can do no wrong, and I've seen, now since that time, I've definitely seen more of One Piece, and I still strongly agree that he could do no wrong. I don't always agree with his actions because of things that happen, but I still really, really love his character a whole bunch. I still, when it comes also to like my One Piece pin collection, I have the most amount of Ace, and they're happy, smiling Ace with no blood because no, I don't need that kind of trauma in my life. I really love him. I really love him. And so I don't remember like what scene it was, but it was just seeing him being cool. At least I thought he was cool at the time. He still is, but I just remember I thought, man, he's really cool and I love him, and I'm gonna like go look up things about him. He's amazing. I have not read the manga. I mean, I have read, you know, that one specific scene about Ace, and I don't talk about it, but I have read that one. The light novels I got because of Ace, and my husband's like, you need to hurry up and read it. And I'm sort of getting to the point where I'm like, you know, people have like online, when I looked like, when can you read the light novel? And they're like, you need to read it after this certain part. But I'm like, I just want to read it now and just see Ace because, like I said, he's just Ace and he's just absolutely amazing. For number 4, was excited for another shoujo manga. I have not read this one, but I am saying Kyoko from Skip Beat, because is there any other girl who is incredible girl boss status as our girl from Skip Beat? I don't know much about this series, but I do have a surprise short that's coming out on Saturday talking about how I am starting to collect it. You can see how I have a few more volumes here. I have since ordered volumes, I think it's 6 through 10 or 6, yeah, I think it's 6 through 10 that are coming. I am desperately hoping to at least read the first 3 volumes before the year ends. I feel like I will be obsessed with this series, and it's just so crazy to me because I feel like when I go on Instagram, nobody talks about this series. I don't know anybody who really loves it, but then I go on Twitter and like there are some diehard fans for this series, and they are the ones to blame why I am featuring Skip Beat today. I'm gonna say that I love Kyoko already. Like even before I know her, even before I know her full story, she just has this girl boss vibe where she is just absolutely slaying. She goes into being an actress because I think the guy that she has been with, this dude here, like I feel like she has been with him for a long time or has given up a lot to be with him and really cares for him if anything. But he totally like ditches her to go into acting, and so she decides to get back the ultimate revenge that she herself is going to go and be an actress, and she's going to one-up him in every way possible that she can. I mean, that is absolutely amazing, and I'm just like, I love you, girl. You're so cool. I love how like the pink jumpsuit, I don't have a picture of it. I don't think it's on any of these, no, but she is in like this pink jumpsuit, and I feel like it's very iconic. That's like another part that I just think is super cool. So I'm really excited to start my Skip Beat adventure. I really feel like she's going to continue to be my favorite, even though, you know, I don't really know any of the other characters yet, but I'm like, you don't need to know because she's just amazing and I already love her. So I had to feature her today, even though it was like literally this morning I saw the volumes on my shelf and I was like, duh, like I'm collecting for her because I think she looks so cool and seems to be so cool. For number 5, I have kept quiet about this all year long, okay? And I have some things that are very secretive that I have not told anybody else but maybe like 1 or 2 people. But earlier this year in February, I actually got this manga, and I will never read the manga that it's actually based off of because this is a spin-off and I don't even remember the name of it, but it is called Attack on Titan, No Regrets, and it centers around Levi. I have no interest in Attack on Titan. I tried, okay? I did try reading I think it was like the first chapter. The first chapter was okay. The first volume was okay. This isn't too bad. And then I read the preview of the second, like online. I read the preview of the first chapter, volume 2, and I said, nope, we're out. This is too bloody for me. But I love Levi. I don't know anything really about Levi, but he is amazing. I feel like, what is it? Like if I were ever to have, what is it, the husbandos? I honestly, deep down, I feel like Levi would be on that list. I don't do husbandos, but if I did, Levi would be like number 1 in the spot. And so even though I've never seen Attack on Titan, I've never read like in its fullness Attack on Titan, I knew that when I found out that there was a manga about him, I was like, we're getting it. And look, I even bought the full colored edition. Though the funny thing is now I've sort of been like, I sort of want to get the black and white version, and I love the covers on that. But I love Levi so much that I broke my pin buying rule where I cannot collect pins of manga or anime that I have not read or have not seen. But I bought a big Levi pin in February for my birthday. Like I could get one, my husband's like, you can get any pin you want. And I like went and splurged on this Levi pin for a character, know nothing about really, but I love him and he's a favorite. And I don't talk about him on this channel because, you know, I can't really talk about him if I don't know much about him, but I'm so excited to talk more about this manga later this year. It is going to be awesome. At least I'm hoping I really like it. I have reasons why outside of my love for Levi that I got this, but yes, he is a character I love, but I don't even know, but hopefully I will fix that before the year ends. I know that's definitely part of the plan, but I'm so excited to finally like come out and say, I really love Levi, even though I've never really seen Attack on Titan. And the scenes that I have seen though, they all center around Levi. They all center around Levi. For my honorable mention, this is a manga I also probably will never read, and I'm going to say Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my goodness, like everything I have seen with Yuji, he has just the best boy vibes, and I love his character. I feel like the moment that I finally admitted to myself that when it comes to a favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen, it is Yuji, because that scene that recently came out, it's probably actually been a few weeks. It was the moment where like like he sees an old friend, like him and Megumi, and I forget the other girl's name, is it Nobara? But the two of them are at the table, and Yuji comes up and he sees this girl. She looks completely different from who she was in high school, but he recognizes her. He recognizes her. And it's like, Yuji, how did you know that was the same girl from high school? Because she has a crush on him. And Megumi and the girl just hold up, you know, a sign that says 10. And it was just like, it was perfection. I felt like that was my moment that I was like, I love Yuji. He is so sweet. He's so kind and caring. There have been other moments that I have seen with Yuji online that I'm just like, you're amazing. He just, again, he has that best boy vibe, that best boy energy. I feel like if I were ever to read Jujutsu Kaisen, he would be my favorite. He is definitely a character I already love. I honestly feel like it's because of him, though, that I have really wanted to start Jujutsu Kaisen. I have not, because I feel like if I start it, then, and I love it, I'm going to want to buy all of the merch. And I'm like, I just can't do any more merch. Like, I'm trying to like really cut back. And so I can't do it. But Yuji is, he's the best boy. He has the vibes. And I think he seems to be such an amazing protagonist in the series. And I just hope and wish the best of things for him because he's amazing. Yeah. I really, really love him. And so that, my friends, are all my picks for today of characters that I love, but I don't actually know because I haven't watched the anime in its fullness or read the manga, but that's okay. I'm so excited for the chance to talk about these. Again, shout out to my Patreon and channel members. Very, very excited for this, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear from you, friends. What are some characters that you've seen that you're like, I love that character. I don't know anything about the game or the anime, manga, but I love them. I would love to hear from you, friends, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!